To take your hard-earned money out of your hands, liberal lightning rod Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is sticking by her 70% tax plan on incomes over $10 million. Watch this.
Why are you trying to take all our money away from us? We just signed the Showtime, and now you're trying to put the wild tax on billionaires. What's wrong with you?
If you make more than $10 million in 1 year, which is a pretty good year.
That's a damn good year.
If you make
that's some El Chapo.
10 million, yes, seriously. If you make more than 10 million in 1 year, your 10 millionth and $1 gets taxed at 70%, which, by the way, we used to have marginal tax rates under Republican presidents of 90%. It really comes down to the question of, isn't 10 million enough? Like, when does it stop?
Joining me now, someone who knows a thing or two about your dollars and cents, the host of Mornings with Maria on the Fox Business Network and of Sunday Morning Futures right here on Fox News, Maria Bartiromo. Welcome to Water's World.
Hey, it's great to be here in your world.
There, you've been practicing,
yeah.
I can tell. So, in my opinion, I think what she's doing was saying, isn't $10 million enough? I think that's un-American. Do you agree?
It is un-American, Jesse. I mean, really, is it enough? What's enough? So is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez going to be the judge of what's enough now? Should I check with her and how hard I should work and how much I might want to achieve in my life? I mean, it's basically putting a limit on people's achievements and their dreams. I thought the last time we talked, this was the American dream, right, that you could come from nothing and work as hard as you can and make money and as much success as you can have. So
it's going to be the American nightmare if she's in charge.
Yeah.
Let's look at some celebrities who she believes have made enough money. Look at George Clooney. Now, we just looked this up. He made $239 million last year. Hell of a year, George. All right, so after taxes on that first, I think, $10 million, I mean, he's only taken home about $70 million, as opposed to $239. George needs the money. He needs the money. LeBron, is she going to tell LeBron James, who made $85.5 million last year, you know what, we're going to cut that in more than half? I dare her to tell LeBron he's made enough money.
No, I don't think so, because she's basically just deciding who should make the money and who shouldn't. They're probably okay making that kind of money, but when you talk about a corporate CEO or a billionaire, well, then it becomes a really bad word.
Yeah, because look at Bill Gates. I mean, the Gates Foundation has eliminated polio pretty much in the continent of Africa because of his generosity and success. Is she going to say, you know what, we're not going to eliminate polio?
Right. Well, you know what? I think you make a really good point, because these kinds of rules and policies where you are punishing the highest earners for earning a lot of money, they have unintended consequences. So are we going to see the Ken Langones of the world still give $100 million like he just did to NYU Medical School so that eventually they can give out free medical school education?
And I was just at NYU. I'm not going to tell you why I was there, but I was just at the hospital, and it was a beautiful place, and it was very well run.
Thank you, Ken Langone.
Thank you, Ken. And she went to Harvard, and Harvard has a huge endowment, and she should want that. Now, we sound like people sucking up to billionaires. That's how the Democrats are going to run. They're going to run on attacking billionaires. How does the Republican Party combat that smear that Republicans are just the party of the rich?
Well, first of all, it is un-American, like you said. I mean, you shouldn't crush people's ability to come from nothing, work hard, and make what they can make. But I think one way that the Republicans really need to hit at this is you have to address the underlying problem that the left is bringing up, and that is there is income inequality still.
Well, how do they address that?
The capitalism lifts people out of poverty. That's what we've been seeing. I would say that the Republicans need an education policy. They need to come out big on education policy. Look, our workers in this country are being attacked. They've got AI on the right, they've got China on the left, they've got illegals in the middle, and they all want our jobs. And that's just a fact. I mean, robotics is taking over. I think we need to be teaching our students about machine learning, about AI, about robotics at a young age. But then you're going to face the teachers union.
Oh,
they're not going to like that.
Those are scary people.
But that's one of the issues. This goes back to education, Jesse. You know that.
So I see what you're saying. So instead of focusing on taking wealth away from the rich people and redistributing it, because that money never gets into their hands. It's not like you're taking money from LeBron and giving it to a poor person. That's
right.
not how it works. You're saying the Republicans need to come out with an education push to help help Americans and
lift us
workers
up.
lift each other up
That's
with their own skills.
Yeah, so that they can have their own skills to get the job, to work really hard, and make as much money as they can.
So
let's put them on a good playing field to do that.
Is it hypocritical when you have someone like Elizabeth Warren, who's worth close to $10 million?
Yeah, she is.
Or Bernie Sanders, who's got 3 homes. They're all a mess, though. My Secret Service friends say that it's just like an episode of Hoarders over
God.
there.
Well, doesn't Nancy Pelosi own a vineyard?
Yeah, she's got the vineyard, and do they look like hypocrites saying, oh, you know, let's tax the rich when they're sitting pretty?
Yeah, well, a bit, yes. But that's why they have this new tagline. The new talking point is for the people. Our program is for the people. I want to know what people
Which
want
people?
a trillion plus
American
dollar
people?
plan. Yeah, that's right. But the people for a green plan that makes absolutely no sense, or for Medicare for all, which basically destroys the entire private insurance industry.
Well, you mentioned the green plan. Ocasio-Cortez was asked about eliminating cow flatulence. Here is what she said. Roll it.
My Twitter mentions I'm getting a lot of references about cow farts. And I think that's a reference to your Green New Deal.
We got to address factory farming. Maybe we shouldn't be eating a hamburger for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, let's keep it real.
Slow down.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I'll be at Shake Shack.
Your chopped cheese, okay? But we have to take a look at everything, and what we need to realize is that climate change is about every choice that we make in our lives.
Oh, don't come after the hamburgers.
No more hamburgers
Dangerous.
for you, Jesse. No soup. Look, I mean, obviously this green plan has been panned and actually exposed for what it is. It makes no sense. Let me quote the Wall Street Journal on her plan, saying that she wants the U.S. to be carbon neutral within 10 years. Non-carbon sources provide only 11% of energy today. That would mean a complete remake of the electric power system. She wants all buildings in New York to be redone. I mean, it's absolute pie-in-the-sky dreams.
Donald Trump, the Big Mac president, is going to feast on these people if they come for the burgers. Maria Bartiromo, everybody.